welcome to another vlog from Homes at Heart. Welcome to the channel for those of you that are newly subscribed. So just thought I would do a quick video because I've literally just got back from Dunelm with absolutely no intention of really spending any money, to be quite frank. But why does this always happen when you end up going to a shop with no intention to spend anything and then you see everything and the bargains and stuff, and then you can't help yourself? It never happens the other way around, does it? Whereas when when you've got money to spend, you go and have a look and there's absolutely nothing. So you can just never win. So yeah, obviously for those of you that have watched the previous video on us going through the renovation of the house, picking kind of new decor choices, new colour ideas, being a bit braver, a bit bolder with colour choices, in that kind of vein, when I went in, I was thinking, right, what things do I like in here? Is there anything that's standing out? Do I want to pick out a few pieces? With really the intention of probably going back once I thought about it a bit more. But the impulsiveness in me got the better of me. So here we are with a little Dunelm haul for you all. So just to give a bit of context for those that may be watching for the first time, that haven't been back to watch the video on kind of choosing the different colours and things like that for the upstairs of the house. For the master bedroom, we're going to be going for this William Morris Blackthorn papers, just a little sample, and probably the walls are going to be in this shadowed ivy colour, which is an actual colour match for the leaf pattern in this paper here. So that's what we're thinking of doing. It's still up for debate whether the ceiling is going to go this colour as well. We will see. But I was just going to say pop on screen, but actually I don't even know if I've got the colour palette for this one. Basically trying to choose 3 or 4 colour out of this to kind of bring into the room. So because most of it will be blues, I was thinking while I was walking around, what other kind of tones, textures can I start to bring in? And obviously these are just a few initial pieces that I spotted. I've also been thinking about what I can get for the other bedroom that we will be not physically splitting, but putting a bit of a partition in to split that into a bit of a nook kind of room, and then also an at-home office as well. So with those colourways in mind, the first thing that I saw, and I've got my big bag next to me here, so bear with me. And I think, bar one thing, everything in here was on sale. So this is absolutely ginormous, this package. So I got this, which is a quilted embroidered duvet cover set. So we've got a Super King bed, and it's really expensive to buy duvet sets for Super King. They're never ever cheap. So even when we have had the old bedding and the old colourway with all of the kind of pale blues and things like that, I've always kind of got bedding when it's been on sale, to be honest. I've never really paid full price for it. So yeah, I spotted this right at the bottom of the sale bin. So I thought, oh, what's that? So obviously I was looking out for the orangey Super King sticker and realised Theo's sniffing in the bag, if that's what you can hear in the background. It's like one of those little pigs that, looks for truffles. So yeah, I spotted this right down at the bottom and I was like, oh, what's that? It's in quite a big package, and obviously sometimes they're those quilted covers that you can have on top of your duvet. I thought it was one of those initially, but then when I looked a bit closer, I was like, oh, it's not. It is actually a duvet cover set with 2 pillowcases, and yeah, should have been 64 quid, which I would never have paid personally, but it was half price, 32 quid, which I thought actually for this and for the quality, it's actually really nice. This is what it will look like. Not with the pink. I think that's an added kind of colour choice by them when styling. But you could obviously add a different colour way in there with a sheet underneath if you wanted to, and obviously different pillowcases underneath your main ones. So yeah, I thought that was really nice. And obviously we might not use it this end of the year now, but by the time we've got everything decorated and set up, by the back end of the year, when we get into autumn and winter again, this will actually be really lovely, hopefully. So that was my first bargain, which I'm chuffed about. The second one was there was loads of duvet covers left that were on sale. So I also spotted, and these are plain, spotted this one as well. So Russ was having a rummage as well, which was really good. So he sometimes spots things that I don't. So again, Super King duvet cover set, and it's in this really nice rust terracotta colour. And as you can see on the paper, it has, and actually one of the other flowers on it as well does have a terracotta rust colour as well. So I thought that would be nice for a bit of a change. So when not having mustard, we could have this rusty colour. And again, this is the cover and 2 pillowcases, so a full set. And this one should have been £65, and it was down to £32.50, which again, I thought I would never pay 65 quid. So yeah, it was more the colour to be fair. So I was surprised that even spotted that. There was a lot of greys and blues and things like that, but obviously looking for these slightly warmer tones, I was quite surprised to see that. So I was like, yay. So quite pleased with that one as well. The reason that I've gone for mustard and the rust colour over keeping to like this is because I think it'll just be too much. It needs something to break it up a bit. And I thought for now, if I keep the duvet covers relatively plain, I can look out for bringing some texture through, like some cushions and some throws and things like that. So that's my thought process at the moment. And then we also got with the bedding, this is just really basic, to be honest. It's just a fitted sheet for the bed. But again, these are really pricey. And again, I always get them on sale, so I'm always keeping my eye out because our bed is a bigger depth. So the standard 28 centimetre ones, which are a bit cheaper, don't tend to fit. Well, they will, but they tend to come off too easily. So we're always looking for the deeper ones, the 32 centimetre ones. So Russ spotted this one, and it's such a shame because they only had one in this colour. And if they'd had more, I probably would have got another one at least, because it was down from 28 to 14, so half price. And that's in the kind of sagey colour. It's not too dissimilar to this, and obviously you won't really see it anyway. You'll probably only see it at the very foot of the bed, if anything. So yeah, quite chuffed with that as well, because what I'm going to do this time, well, not going to do actually, is before I'd accumulated so many duvet sets. I must have had literally, I don't know, 8 at least different ones, and obviously have them on rotation, but I'm not going to get that many this time because it takes up too much space. And you just don't get through them all. Obviously, if this is what happens though when they're bargains, I'll end up buying them and then I normally put them under the bed and then save them. So I'm going to basically, I think, see what it looks like when we've done it all with these ones. And then if I'm feeling braver after that point, then I'll think about potentially clashing some prints and see if I'm willing to go that far. We'll see. Not quite sure yet because I don't know. I haven't learned enough yet about how to do that successfully, and I don't want it to just look like a big mishmatch and not considered. So yeah, I'm still thinking through that at the moment. And then I also got these curtains. Now these were right up at the top shelf, opposite some of the sale stuff, and they actually only had one left of this size. So I'm hoping, because I've done this on a bit of a guess, to be honest, that they're going to be long enough. I think that they will, because the curtains that I've got in our bedroom at the moment are blue, and we've literally had them, all of our stuff like that we've had for years now. We're talking like 8 years. Like, they've served us well. And if I remember rightly, those the blue curtains that are up there at the moment, I think I got second hand. If I remember, I can't remember buying them new, to be honest. I might be wrong, but I don't think I did. And they're not blackout or anything like that. And Russ has been like, when we get new curtains, can we have blackout? So I said, well, we'll see, because obviously they can be really pricey. So I managed to bag some of these, and again, they're 168 by 228, so a 66 inch by the 90 drop. So I'm hoping the drop's going to be long enough, because I like mine to either touch the floor or pull a little bit. Russ doesn't, Russ hates it, but I don't like them cutting off halfway across the room. So they either need to be long or just shy of the floor, so they're just skimming it. So I'm hoping that these are going to be the right size. If they're not, then I might have to have a look at taking them back. So I probably need to get these out at the weekend and have a little look at the length. But I can't see it being bigger than a 90 drop, to be honest. I would be really surprised if that's the case. But yeah, price wise, these should have been 70 quid. And they're a pencil pleat, so actually not probably one that I would originally go for. I've always kind of had eyelet ones, but I have got similar in there at the moment. But these pencil pleat, the style I'd seen on Pinterest, and I've actually been looking at a few pairs of curtains like this on Vinted and keeping my eye out. So I just thought when I saw this colour, and I know that they're plain, but again, it's gradually, isn't it, getting to being a bit more braver once you've lived with it for a little bit. And these are lined, and I do, you know, I'm saying this now, I hope that they are, but they do say black out there, so I'm hoping that they are. But these are the Tyler curtains, and the pencil pleat gives a look like that. So we will have to get some new poles in our bedroom, but we'll end up using the rings like that and putting them up like that. So I'm hoping that they're going to work, because if they do, then it obviously goes very well with, let me just move these out of the way. Theo's going to want to sniff them. Obviously there is a bit of a colour match here with both of these. Slightly different, but still close enough. So I'm hoping that this works. And then what I tend to do, or what I'd like to do, is normally have a winter pair of curtains and a summer pair. So we'll see what these look like first. And obviously if they're the right size and everything, then I can keep my eye out and look out for some more. What I was really close to buying, and I was this close, is there were some William Morris curtains that were half price in there, and they were like a sage with a bit of coral in there and some of the flowers. And I was hesitating for ages, but not for our bedroom, but for the front bedroom, when I've said about potentially going this kind of, it was a Benjamin Moore colour. I think off the top of my head it's called Raspberry Blush, but I might be wrong there. There's a photo of it in one of the previous vlogs when I'm talking about the colourways, and pop some videos in and things like that. So I was so tempted. But I just thought, I don't quite know yet what I'm going to be doing in what effectively is going to be the first half of the room. So I didn't want to buy those because they were still 40 odd quid and then have them sit there. So I did end up putting those ones back and thought, no, I'll have a little bit of a better think about it first before I commit. So there's always going to be other things that come up. There's always sales and stuff, so you can always get yourself bargains. And then the few other bits are a bit more decorative. So I've got this cushion, which what I've mentioned about going and starting to look for more textured items now are things that I actually really like. Is things like this. So, you know, like throws, more cushions, layering the fabric, stuff like that, and soft furnishings and things. And just noticed this one was down from £16 to £8. And it's just quite a nice shape. It'll be nice on the bed, and I think it does complement the rust colour and also the mustard as well. So, and it goes with some of the tones that are in there as well. So yeah, just spotted that one. I thought, oh, that'll be quite nice. I quite like the pattern and texture on there. So that's that one. And then just two more things to go. I spotted this bobbin photo frame, gold one, because for the gallery wall that I'm hoping to do for on the landing, we're going for kind of gold frames and things like that, and they're quite expensive. I mean, this one wasn't the cheapest. But I've been trying to spot some in charity shops so I can spray them or paint them. I don't mind doing that. And then when car boot season starts, I will be going for a look round to see what I can find there as well, to start collecting more for that space. But I just spotted this one, and I've got a thing about this this bobbin texture. I am debating whether I'm going to do some kind of trim around the doors upstairs. However, the more I look into it, it's going to be quite pricey, I think. So we'll see. But this one should have been £25, which I thought, to be fair, was extortionate. Because it's really lightweight. There's nothing to it. And it was down to £12.50. So, and it's A3. So yeah, I liked that one, and I thought, yeah, we'll get that one. So that's that. And then the last thing is me and Russ to a tea. Now this one wasn't on sale, and I think I've seen quite a few of these hanging around it. And if you didn't see what I kind of got for my birthday, and you haven't been hearing me talk about, you know, collecting stuff for this gallery wall, then you won't know. I'm quite partial to like a sign, a wordy sign. So yeah, so we saw this and I thought, this is us to a T, and I thought I can't leave it because it's got a black background and it will go with what we're going for. So we got this. Please leave by 9 p.m. And I just love it because this is absolute, to be fair, even 9 p.m. is too late. So yeah, we got this. So this one was £15, but I just couldn't leave that one behind. I just really, really liked it. I like the colourway. Have a little look up close. I just liked the design of it. I think it looks a bit more expensive than it actually was. So yeah, that one was definitely always going to come home, I think, with us. So I absolutely love that. So yeah, so that's my little Dunelm haul. So I thought I'd just jump on and show you that because I just thought, oh, I've got some real bargains there, and I'm chuffed about it. So I think the whole thing came to something like £167, and obviously for all of that, for considering I've probably got my curtains sorted now, at least for now, 2 bedding sets, and a fitted sheet and a few accessories, I didn't think that was too bad at all, really, considering the price of some of these Super King sets are really, really expensive. So if you're on the lookout, I guess, for any kind of soft furnishings or bedding and things like that and curtains, and you're open to suggestion, might be worth having a look in Dunelm. Like I say, it was our one in Lincoln that had kind of these ones at the moment, so I don't know what your individuals ones will be like where you live, but maybe worth checking it out if you are looking for something. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. I hope that gives you a little bit of insight into where my head's at. Maybe there's some bits that you like or you don't like. Let me know in the comments. I won't take offense to any of it. Everyone's got their own taste. So yeah, if you think that some of this will be an absolute disaster and you think, don't do that, Kim, you'll regret it, send it back and get your money back, then let me know, please. So I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you very much for watching me go through my haul, and I'll see you on the Homes at Heart channel again very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Bye.